Hey, welcome back to MobilityWOD. I'm not going to lie, right now, as a coach, I'm pretty much as stoked as I can get. Aaron Cafaro, Brian McKenzie, Jenny LaBaw, right? LaBaw. So here's what we're working on. We're working on for Jenny is trying to maintain a little bit better mid-back position. Now, Jenny is a monster, huge aerobic engine, can work hard. And one of the problems that Jenny has been dealing with is when she overextends, breaks, shows that broken pattern. Can you really show it? That's so awesome.
This is natural.
Bam!
This is not broken. This is real.
Not broke. Now, what were we saying earlier? Strippers aren't looking for attention. Looking for tension. The job insecurity is looking for them to be stable. So what's happened is that Jenny's figured out that if she's just hanging on her hamstrings, it takes enormous trunk control to be able to maintain that mid-trunk, and it's almost impossible to weight when you're breathing hard. So she defaults to that second order stability where she finds really excellent stability here. And then that starts to, if I extrapolate that, this is the shoulder position, this is the head position. So go ahead and show us that with a bar so we can see that. This is the old Broken Jenny. BrokenJenny.com. You can go there and see all the old greatest hits. There you go. So this ends up being a pulling position that's not sustainable. Rib cage is tilted out of position. It becomes very difficult for her to stabilize her shoulders. And then as she pulls up, where does the head go? It cranks out. So what we're going to do is give her a different paradigm. Because instead of just, go and put that down for a second. Instead of just hanging, if I just hang on my hamstrings, and then, like right now I've got, if I just hang on my hamstrings, I'm going to default into this position. Right? Especially if the belly goes, because it's just not that strong. And now I feel stable, and I feel like I've lengthened my hamstrings from here because I've taken my sit bones and parked them about 5 inches longer. Right? And that becomes a difficult position to jump from. But if I just create a little torque by shoving the knees out, now the hip capsule, all the short hip rotators have created a lot of stability in that system. And if I just hang, that's my hang position. And now I'm being supported by the butt, I'm being supported by the hip capsule, supported by the system. If I turn that off, I default to that. So the key for Jenny is not that she's not trying to be stable or trying to control her back, but she's literally leveraging the only system that allows her. Nice Bane position. I see that you're in a good position, Brian. Excellent. So watch this. Watch what happens now with Jenny. Go ahead and do that same thing. But we're going to do it well from the bottom. Even in this position, we're looking to give her tension. Show us what your old pole used to look like. Oh, there. And what she's done is she's created a lot of leverage off her hamstrings, which caused her to overextend this bottom position. She's given that back. Now go ahead and go back to your new hotness.
Here we go.
Right? So first of all, we've got to give her some tension in the hamstrings, give her something to pull off of, and then knees out. And now we pull, and we see a lot less of that silliness going on in the back. Terrific. So part of our drill for her is to have her slow this down where she can feel that. And I want her to feel like this part of her glute is on. Superior glute turns off as soon as she goes into hip flexion. So as soon as she bends over a little bit, superior glute turns off, right? It's already done its job. But right now, she's rock hard right there. Back stays flat the whole time. She's got something to park off of. Now she's going to come up slowly through it. Is that burning right there?
Yes.
Shing.
My butt works?
How to do a flatter butt in 20 days with Kelly Starrett. And all we're doing is giving her a motor pattern, this universal motor pattern, this knees outie position that allows her to maintain this stable platform. And now she's got something to jump off of. Head automatically fixes itself. Shoulders in a better position. And then we start to challenge this with speed. We challenge this going to a front rack position on the front squat. Right? And she muscle cleaned that on purpose. I saw that, you sneaky wise bastard. I saw that. Okay. So knees out. And what we're looking for is that she stays connected for the first 6 inches. Perfect. Stand back up. Show us your other unlocked bad mechanism. Boom. And that's that fault where she's had to create tension in that default mechanism. This is where we see spondy. This is why we see pars fractures. This is why we see facet irritation. This is why we see stenosis. Why we see loss of mechanical output. But as soon as we give her that, we do some drills, then when we start going fast. So show me if you can land in that power clean position. Don't mess it up. Everyone's watching. Oh, you saw it? Oh, there it was! Give me the dog shot collar. Good. And then you're going to have to land in a good power clean. Boom. Good. And we see that she lands with that knee out, and it's the same paradigm over and over again. First pull, those little dips, the 6-inch drives, the power clean, and now she's got one universal pattern to go out. You'll notice that we've got a picture up here of Camille LeBlanc-Bazinet. And notice that this is in the games, and I want to show you that something she's done well. She's a little bit varus. She's got 5 or 10 degrees. She's fine with her feet. But notice how knee out she is. This allows her to keep a much more upright torso, longer in the game. Knees stay out. It allows her to maintain a more upright, lowering demands on the spine, and allows her to stay stable through the hip and keep hamstrings upright, and shoulders end up being parked in a little bit more stable position. Anything you want to add to that? Coach Bain?
Where we see with runners, and what we're going to do a little later, even with that what we typically see with that valgus knee is, and when we get into these dynamic things like with Olympic weightlifting, when we learn that stability out, we tend to lose that ability to stabilize in, right? And so these are a lot of the fixes we're using with endurance athletes, even on the bikes. So we've got the bikes here, and what we're typically seeing with a lot of the elite level riders is they hunt for that stability inside. So we see those knees crossed.
Dude, this is so stable, son.
Right?
Man,
that's such a great position to be in. No, we want, and it's not that we're riding with our feet out, but we're getting all these same positions ingrained so that we can actually create more torque, we can create more force through these
Imagine I'm generating as much force down as I can and just, right? And what you're seeing is the same pattern. Absolutely. See you guys tomorrow.